What's up, everybody? I know this isn't a very good day to be a wrestling fan, unfortunately, and I'm sure you've all heard the news. The legendary Macho Man Randy Savage has passed away, died in a car accident today. I just got the news about half an hour before filming this, and sucks. It really sucks. And you know, for wrestling fans, death is unfortunately a topic we almost grow accustomed to. I mean, we should really be used to it at this point, which is sad in of itself because, you know, old wrestlers die so frequently and so young. I mean, I call them old wrestlers, but, you know, we're talking these guys not even reaching their 60s most of the time. And, I mean, that's always sad, but Savage, I mean, this one is a really big one. This one cuts me pretty deep because Savage, to me, is one of the biggest stars in the history of professional wrestling. I mean, he was a guy that perfectly combined the elements of showmanship and the athletic aspect of professional wrestling, and he ended up becoming one of the most recognizable stars in the history of the business. I mean, a lot of people, even non-wrestling fans, still remember him for the Slim Jim commercials, which were fantastic and funny and perfectly indicative of Savage's type A personality that only the 80s could have produced. I mean, he was great. He was great at so many things. Nobody cut a promo like Mach, because nobody had that voice and nobody had the presence that he had. He was funny, but he was exciting at the same time. He could just a great character, great look, great everything about him just set him apart from everybody else. He was just perfectly unique, and you don't see that kind of unique personality in wrestling anymore. I don't know of any other way to describe it. And he was able to back it up in the ring. You know, he was usually the guy that was stealing the show, even if he wasn't main eventing. WrestleMania 3 and WrestleMania 7 both come to mind. He had an excellent match with the Ultimate Warrior. Yes, excellent match with the Ultimate Warrior. I'll let that sink in. Go check it out if you don't believe me. And I believe that his in-ring style, and specifically his match with Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3, really opened the door for a lot of guys like him, those smaller, athletic types that were quick and could have exciting matches. I think Savage really opened the door up for them to reach greater heights. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, a lot of guys. And that's the kind of influence that Randy Savage had. He basically ushered in a new main event style of wrestling. And it was no coincidence to me that after that WrestleMania 3 match, he was main eventing and winning the world title the next year. But, I mean, he's right up there. You look at the biggest stars from the 80s, the most recognizable names and figures. I mean, he's right up there with Hogan. He was the only one that came close to Hogan during the big, you know, the height of the Hogan era. And he just contributed so well pretty much everywhere he went, even in WCW, and a lot of his work in WCW is forgotten, but I mean, his feud with Diamond Dallas Page, his stuff with Dennis Rodman was really good. The guy just knew how to entertain, and he knew how to just be awesome in there. He was a daredevil. I mean, even later in his career in WCW, he's jumping off 15-foot high steel cages, dropping double axe handles. And he used to do that all the time. He was just he was a guy that, you know, you believed he was crazy, and when you watched him wrestle, it was easy to believe that the guy was crazy. So much fun to watch. God, I sound like I'm rambling here, but yeah, this is a big loss. I'm going to be a little upset over it, but let's celebrate the greatness that was the life and the career of the Macho Man Randy Savage. I know I speak for most, if not all, wrestling fans when I say that he will be missed. He was one of the all-time greatest, and he's a true legend in this business. And I've always felt that the word legend gets thrown around way too easily. Randy Savage was a true legend in the history of wrestling, and there will never be another Macho Man. No, never. He was truly one of a kind. And, yeah, I'm going to miss you, Mach.